Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 118 of the show, and we have a very special guest speaker today I'm really excited about, Dr. Courtney Epps. She's a tax strategist, international speaker, and author of the best-selling books, More Relaxing, Less Taxing, and What's Your Plan B? She owns a full-servicing accounting firm in South Carolina, but she also serves clients in every state, and she's had that practice for 19 years. What sets her apart is the tax strategy, where she focuses on helping clients not just prepare their returns, but to free up money legally, morally, and ethically. She's developed a broad expertise in industries including traditional, home-based, and network marketing businesses. She works with clients from startup to $100 million companies, and her mission is to teach more people how to free up money through tax strategy so that we can help more, have more, and so that we can live more and give more so that we can feed more children and free more children and provide more safe drinking water. Courtney has figured out how to combine your passion with your profits, as she truly believes that by creating a social business, entrepreneurs can change the world. And that she is doing. So please welcome to the show, Courtney Epps. All right. Well, hey, welcome to Code Freedom. This is your host, Eddie Bales, and this is our episode 118 of the Code Freedom podcast. And we're excited. We have a special guest, Miss Courtney Epps. She's right in my backyard, ironically, but I actually heard about her from another platform that I follow. And she's got a wealth of knowledge. And so excited to have Miss Courtney Epps on the show. Welcome.
Thank you so much. And I'm excited to be here today.
Absolutely. Well, definitely, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
So I am a tax strategist. That's probably the first and foremost thing that I do every single day. So I free up money for people, and I teach people why they'd be brain dead not to have some sort of home-based business, because I want them to have wealth. And the wealth system is truly the business owner tax system. So I have a full service accounting firm here in Greer, South Carolina, with about 25 employees, and we are massively growing. We're number 538 on the Inc. 5000 now. So the fastest growing companies in the country. And I'm an author and an international speaker.
Wow, that is incredible. I'm just curious. What got you into accounting, the accounting background?
It was the highest paying career I could get in my town. And so I was going to college. Obviously, I wanted to be a doctor for a really long time. And I fell in love with a guy that was from Conway, which is where I'm from, originally a small town called Aner, actually. And he did not want me to leave. And so I decided, like 2 months before I was going to college Charleston, that I was not going to college Charleston, and the highest paying career I could get was at Coastal, was an accounting degree. So I hated it for a really long time, and I really fell in love with, just in the last 4 years, I've been really focused on just freeing up money for people and teaching the strategy. And that's when I really fell in love with accounting. So I've tried to do everything but accounting for a really long time. And then now it's just, this is what God has put me on this earth to do, is to heal people financially.
Wow, I love it. And it's so in line with what we do on this podcast. We talk about how people can live a free life and live the life that they're called to live and not the life that they have to live. And that's why I just really wanted to have you on the show. And taxes is a big part of what we do every day, because it's the number one expense in life.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
And according to your book, More Relaxing, Less Taxing, which I love, is that most people are overpaying in their taxes. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, what really got me on board with speaking and educating why people had to move into this tax system, the second tax system. And for those of you, and I'll just step back, if you don't understand it, there's a tax system that was created to provide wealth for you, and that is the business owner tax system. And there's a tax system that was created to steal wealth away, and that is truly the W-2 employee tax system. And so, sadly enough, in America, I have lots of employees, but I would love for them to be business owners, but because of the way that I hire them and pay them and manage them, it's not possible. I have to make them W-2 employees. And so what the IRS decided is, look, business owners are pushing money back into the economy. They are creating more jobs. And then someone has to pay the taxes. So if we as business owners pay the same amount of taxes as a W-2 employee would, there would be no extra money to hire W-2 employees. So, everybody's run around and they have their own little one person small business because there would be no ability to do that. And so I heard some statistics, this was 3 years ago now, and by Grant Cardone, and it said that the average household income in America was 60 grand a year, and they pay 14,000 in taxes on average. And their take home from that is 46,000, and that leaves them with, now we have cost of living. Well, cost of living in America on average at the time was $53,000 a year. It is far greater than that now. And so the average household in America is now going in debt $7,000 a year to work 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, take 2 weeks paid vacation. And so how do we fix that problem? So it's moving them over. And I didn't learn this by going to school and learning it. I learned it by doing tax returns for 900 people who were involved in network marketing. They were not involved the year before when they were just W-2 employees. And what I did is I would compare, because I was in network marketing at the time, and I would compare to them, this is where you would have been had you not had this business. And so I could show them that I could save them on average of $4,000 to $8,000 a year, depending on what tax bracket they were in. And so when I heard those statistics by Grant, and then I put together my knowledge of what I'd learned, I'm like, wow, I could really change the world with this. I could heal the world financially if I could just teach this one little thing. And so I picked up the phone and I called 7 leaders that I knew in the network marketing industry. And I said, look, if I can just share this information with your downline and help them understand that the smartest thing that they can do is to start their business. Now they have access to tax deductions that they didn't know they had. And then from there, we can keep them in long enough to win. Because I don't know anywhere else you can get free education from people who are making 6 and 7 figures. Like it just doesn't exist in the business world. So, I mean, just the sheer education of becoming a business owner, becoming a leader, you learn that information, you get those skills and tools in the network marketing industry. And I literally took the whole model and turned that into my accounting practice and turned that into from a $75,000 a year accounting practice 4 years ago to a $4 million accounting practice. So the skills are invaluable of what I learned. So I know I went too long on that question, but there you go.
Oh no, I love it. I love it. You can keep talking because I'm just so excited about what you're sharing. My wife and I, we invested in a coach this past year, and it was a scary investment because we hadn't made that type of investment before. But the fact is, we were able to write that off our taxes, and now we have new skills. And so what you're saying is so in line with what we're doing, and we just want more people to know about it because they don't teach this stuff in school, and they don't really teach it else. And so it's so important that we just get this type of information out to people. So, a lot of people, they have like skepticism when you talk about network marketing and home-based businesses, but you're obviously advocating for it. And not even so much from the standpoint of making money. I mean, making the money is a bonus, but the fact is you get to become a better person, but also you get to save a ton of money on taxes. So, maybe you can kind of just share a little bit about maybe some help or just.
I'll just tell you, I mean, this is all straight from experience for me. I started, I actually had a business that I built up really well about 10 years ago. I sold it. The guy sold it to stop paying me, and I lost everything. And I was $250,000 in debt. And here's the thing: you can work really, really hard, and I did. I worked about 100 hours a week, 3.5 years of my life. being away from my family. And I had small kids at that point in time that, time I can't get back. And I lost everything. And so, I got involved actually in network marketing. My parents got me involved. I couldn't even afford to pay the 365 bucks it was to get started in the first company. And I learned there, what I don't think people really comprehend what's so great about the network marketing industry, and it's the ability to be able to be self-sustainable. It's the ability to learn skills to not only help you become a leader, but to, when you get around an environment of people who have hope and a future, guess what you have? Hope and a future. And what we see nowadays, and I think it's more important to have a sphere of influence, people around you that are going in the same direction as you than ever before, because you can get tied into this whole world of despair and lack of hope, and what are we going to do and how are we going to fix these things. I mean, I think we see that with our country today more than ever. But here's the thing, when you get involved in network marketing, you create a family, you create relationships with people who are moving in a direction that you should want to be moving in. And they're not willing to back down off of that, that hope. And, so not only are you're getting leadership skills, you're getting personal growth and development at the same time, which is a tax deduction if you are inside the network marketing industry. You're getting a group of people who are willing to go in the same direction with you. But here's the other thing, the tax deductions that you get from just being inside a home-based business, now you're taking the things that you're already spending money on and you're getting a tax benefit from it, like meals and mileage and cell phone and internet, business use of home. You can hire your kids. And the other thing I love about network marketing is the ability that you can work anywhere. And when I say that, here's why that's very invaluable. If I wanted to go to Hawaii and I happen to have a team member or a prospect in Hawaii, and I wanted to go work my business in Hawaii, guess what? I could fly to Hawaii, and that's the tax deduction. If I was an accountant just for the state of South Carolina, which I'm not, I have clients all over the country in every single state because I built my accounting practice specifically so I could go anywhere, right? So if I wanted to go to Alaska for a week on vacation, I would just call up my clients in Alaska and say, hey, I'm coming to Alaska. I want to connect with you while I'm there. I want to spend some time having a good time. But I want to meet with you. And if I'm spending half of my time building a business and half my time in Alaska having a good time, that's a tax deduction. So the things that I wasn't able to write off before that are considered vacations, right, are now tax deductible for me. So if you're really good at combining your personal life and your business life together, everything can be tax deductible. You're saving more money in taxes, and then you're having a better life. I mean, at the end of the day, you can make money. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you can keep in your pocket or how much money you can put back into your family's pocket. And for me, I want to create a legacy for my children's children. And the Bible says that we're supposed to do that. And so network marketing is a way for the average person, someone who has never had the skills. They don't even need the skills. They just need someone that is willing to work alongside them, that they don't have to pay for, that's going to be stepping up and teaching them how to get where they've gotten, because it's condensing time for that person. And it makes perfect sense. If Eddie is willing to teach me how to get where he's gotten for nothing, and he gets a percentage of everything I do for the rest of my life, that is sheer entrepreneurship. Right? I mean, and same thing with me. My staff is just like I have employees. I get paid on everything that they do. The sad part is they can't get paid off of a person they refer to me. They can't get paid off of everything that 10 other people do, right? So in the network marketing space, if you don't understand network marketing, it is truly the wealth system, a way to get you out of the rat race, push you into a place where people are like-minded, right? giving you the massive tax deductions. And the reason why people don't believe network marketing is legitimate is because the government's done a really good job of teaching them that. There's 128 million households in America. If you took every household, let's say they just save $4,000 a year in taxes, that's 500 billion with a B dollars a year that the IRS would now no longer have in their pockets. Do you ever think that they're going to teach people how to get involved in something? One, and let's just talk about some mandates. If you own your own business, nobody can mandate you to do anything, right? So it is the true wealth system, and it's a way to have true freedom if you're willing to put in the work and the effort and energy into it.
Wow. Well, you dropped the mic right there. You actually answered my last question, which was how can we be more efficient with our taxes on our journey to freedom? Well, you just answered it. I mean, if you want to live a life of freedom, you want to not pay so much in taxes.
Yeah.
But also have a quality of life where you can do, like for instance, every Thanksgiving we go home to New York to visit our family, my wife and I always do business while I'm there, so I get to write that whole trip off. So I mean,
Yep.
it's just like I'm going to do that anyway, but why not save while I'm doing it in the process? So it's exciting stuff, and I'm just so glad we were able to have you here for just a few minutes. And so how can people connect with you? I want people to get your book, More Relaxing, Less Taxing, Why You Would Be Brain Dead to Not Own a Business, by Miss Courtney Epps. And then, of course, maybe they want you to kind of do their taxes as well with your accounting firm. How can people connect with you?
The best way, I'll just give you a phone number that they can text tax, TAX, to 855-949-1829. And I can send that to you as well, Eddie. But, that's the best way. That's going to actually give them access to everything. So it's 855-949-1829. That'll give them my link tree, which is going to also give them all of my social media. I've been kicked off of Facebook right now. Obviously, I'm a domestic terrorist because I posted a list of nutritional supplements that you should be taking to keep yourself safe. I got shut down for 30 days, but you'll find all of my access, where I'm at, where to buy our books. If you want to book a tax strategy session, everything is in that one little place. So text tax to 855-949-1829. And then from there, if we won't bother you, I mean, it's just literally just to give you information so you can find us.
Definitely. And I'll put that also in the show notes. So if people want to find it there, they can. And so thank you so much once again for being on the podcast. We really appreciate it. You dropped so many great nuggets, and I know a lot of people are going to be changed from what you shared. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.